Former heavyweight champ Stipe Miocic has become the new heavyweight champ with a strike-heavy fourth-round stoppage over Daniel Cormier in the main event at UFC 241. It was a fight of fitting quality to cap one of the best UFC events in recent memory. For 2 rounds, DC used his speed and head movement to get in close and touch up the challenger's face, also delivering a spectacular takedown pose. But once Stipe found DC's body, he began digging in lefts until Cormier opened up and Miocic caught his chin.
He's an amazing fighter. You know, he makes people feel uncomfortable in there. He did that for the first 2 rounds. But then I started getting my bearings straight. I saw him slowing down. I'm like, okay, this is where I take it now.
The loss looked to weigh heavily on Cormier, who at 40 years old is looking at every fight as a potential career closer. But the dual division legend wasn't making a definitive call on his future straight away.
Losing is just terrible for me, and I'm a competitive guy, and just losing any type of fight is just terrible. But you know, being finished is just, to me, is just insane. You know, but you know, that's twice I've been stopped. That's not good. You know, so I'm smart enough to understand that.
You all know how competitive he is. He's, you know, very bummed out, but there's nothing to be bummed out about. What an absolute war for 2 heavyweights to go in and punch and take punches the way they did and keep coming forward.
The headliners of October's UFC 243 event in Melbourne, middleweight champ Robert Whittaker and interim champ Israel Adesanya have held a press conference to discuss their upcoming fight. Both fighters were quick to assure fans that the abdominal infection and ensuing surgery that has kept Whittaker sidelined since his last fight in June 2018 won't have any effect on the matchup.
Yeah, no, I feel absolutely great. I feel great. You know, on the back of the surgery, I just focused on my health, on my fitness, on my strength, and I can honestly say this is the best I've ever been.
I don't care if he's had his leg broken, as anything. I was gonna hit the body, I was gonna hit the head, hit the legs, hit the chin, anywhere. So I don't really focus like, ooh, he's got, you know, some kind of fault in the stomach. I'm good at body shots. Why wouldn't I use them just because, he might have had a surgery or whatever? I'm gonna target everything, and I don't favor it. My hands don't discriminate. I go for everything.
Both were confident that this would be the biggest MMA event ever held in the country, if not the Southern Hemisphere.
We can sell this out, honestly, fast. And we've got 2 guys from this side of the world. We've got the, the rivalry between Aussies and Kiwis. You know, started off with Pavlova. It's not gonna end here, I'll guarantee you that.
We are coming back to Australia at a bigger venue. We have a chance to make UFC history, and it's all kept down in this part of the world. You know, it's one of the most anticipated fights. I think it'll be the biggest event in combat sports for this part of the world.
And one championship crowned a surprise new flyweight kickboxing champion at their Dreams of Gold event in Bangkok, when unheralded Dutch-Moroccan Ilyas Enahachi knocked out champ Pechdem Pecciindi in the 3rd. Pecciindi wilted under Enahachi's pressure, and midway through the fight, the challenger landed some left hands that left the champion on the rubberiest of legs. He managed to beat the count, but literally couldn't stand up to Enahachi's ensuing onslaught, collapsing for good within seconds. It was a perfect start for the new champion as he begins a 2-year contract with the promotion. The $1 million featherweight kickboxing Grand Prix determined its finalists as first, Sami Sana put the hurt on Jabbar Askarov to take a clear unanimous decision. And then Giorgio Petrosian smoked Smokin' Joe Nettlewood with a ramrod straight left that rendered the tie prone and counting stars. Sami Sana and Giorgio Petrosian will now meet in the final of the Grand Prix at 1 Century in Tokyo on Sunday, the 13th of October, for the chance to win the $1 million grand prize. And fan favorite kickboxing champ Stamp Fairtex won a submission victory over Asharoka after 2 rounds of kneeing the Indian in the stomach. It is Stamp's second fight and second win in mixed martial arts as she strives to win a third title with the promotion to add to her Muay Thai and kickboxing belts. In the boxing, the freshly announced rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz for most of the heavyweight titles has already hit a snag, with unified champion Ruiz publicly wavering on the idea of fighting in Saudi Arabia on December 7th. AJ got the rematch. Yes, we do got the rematch, but it's gonna be on my terms, Ruiz wrote on Instagram. We're gonna bring it back here in the United States. Despite Ruiz's misgivings, his team have no contractual rights to decide where the fight will take place. The only option open to them is to refuse the fight, which would lead to forfeiting the titles and a likely suspension. And Golden Boy CEO Oscar De La Hoya has put some juice into the tank of a potential third fight between his star signing Canelo Alvarez and his Kazakh foil, Gennady Golovkin. I strongly feel that we will see a third fight, De La Hoya stated at a recent press conference. I think the demand is there from the fans. I don't know how soon we'll see it, but I think eventually we will. The battle of the bulges that was Paulo Costa slugging with Yoel Romero won fight of the night at UFC 241, while Stipe and newcomer Kama Worthy each pocketed an extra 50 grand for their stoppage victories. And in the boxing, Emmanuel Navarrete put on a dominant performance to stop Francisco de Vaca in the third and retain the WBO junior featherweight title. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.